What's going on, YouTube? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another figure review. And this is my review of the DC Collectibles New 52 Justice League Batman action figure from the Justice League line. I really love this look for Batman. This is probably one of my top looks for Batman. I really like the Jim Lee look for him. I think the one-piece suit looks much better than the trunks, as is the excuse me, having a hard time here. The Batman Incorporated Batman had a one-piece suit also. I'm not saying that I don't like the trunks look. You know, it's classic Batman, but the one-piece suit I think just looks a little bit more crisp. And yeah, really like this look for Batman. I think Jim Lee knocked it out of the park, especially with this figure being so accurate to the Batman, the New 52 Batman. It's got all the detail, tons of detail on this guy, loads of detail. I love the gauntlets. I like how easy he is to move. He's not as stiff as the past DC Direct figures, because most of my DC Direct figures are actually, they're pretty stiff to move around. Excuse me, I was having problems swallowing for some reason. There we go. Let's get to the packaging there. And yeah, it says Batman action figure. Above it says DC Comics. There it says the New 52. And it says Justice League on top. Here's the back. There's the Batman. There's the Aquaman. There's the Green Lantern. There's all of your friends into one. So, there's the packaging. Decided to go with the single carded one. I actually have that Justice League, I believe it's a 6-pack? 7-pack. Yeah, 7-pack. Oops, excuse me. The Justice League 7-pack. So I actually have that, but I tend to want to keep that mint on card. I don't think I want to take the figures out, because I just like the way they look mint on card, even though they kind of look a little bit vanilla. They're kind of just thrown in there, but I think they look good in the package, so I'm going to keep them in there. And that's why I decided to buy this guy single carded and go with this look out of package. Not to say that the looks are different, just wanted this guy out of package. Yeah, he's got a great look to him. He's got, as far as articulation goes, let me go through that. He's got a really good range of motion in his head. It does move up very easily and down very easily. He does have a tilt to him, so he gives him a little bit more character, I think, when you get those head tilts. Kind of like that. Kind of looks like a confused dog. You know, when the dog sticks their ears up and they're like, tilt their head to the side and they're like, what? Huh? And they look at you like, huh? What? What? Huh? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But his head does do a full 360. As far as his arms go, all the joints on these guys are very easy to move, and I really appreciate that. The arm does go up about that far. Goes, oh boy, a little bit stiff. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe Anthony has spoken too soon. But he does have a waist. A bicep swivel, single bend at the elbow. Not the best range of motion with the elbow, because the bicep muscle is hindering it a little bit. And no wrist articulation at all, because his hand's kind of pre-posed. But his arm does go out and up. The cape doesn't really hinder it too much, and it kind of gives it a more natural look. Like if you were to part your arm up, this actually does move like a piece of cloth and then goes right back into place. So I think it looks good. No waist swivel. Basically just his legs go out, single bend at the knee, and no boot cut or anything like that. This guy's basically just a statue. You're not going to get into any dynamic poses. Another added bonus I'd like to add here, but is the head sculpt. Now this head sculpt does fit very well with a DC Universe Classics body. So maybe it's a little bit too big. No, actually I think it might just fit. I think it might just make it, to be honest with you. But yeah, so if you want to do a custom head swap here, this head might fit on this body maybe just a little bit better than this head. I think it might be scaled properly if I did it. Maybe I'll try it and do a video about it. But yeah, bring this guy back in. He's got a ton of detail in here. I like the lines here. I like this look for the lines, and the kind of makes him look like he's wearing armor. I like that. It makes it a little bit more believable to me that he's wearing armor. It makes more sense to me, I should say. Not believable, but more sense. I like the sculpted Batman symbol here. I think that looks great. I like how the cape sits very natural. It's got like little flaps here, which they added on the sides, which I'm not really sure what that's about. Maybe it's because he grabs it from the sides. I don't know. I'm not sure, but still looks good nonetheless. I like the armor on his neck here. That looks cool. I really like that look. The gauntlets look great. There's a ton of sculpting on the gauntlets, and I like the individual blades on his gauntlet. I think that looks just fantastic. And there's his fist, as you can see. He's got lines on his gauntlets. Look good. Looking good, Batman. Looking pretty cool, bro. And he does have sculpted ridges on the bottom of his boot here, which is a little odd, but still looks cool nonetheless. He does have a peg hole right there. Pagook. Peg hole. Maybe I think if I had one gripe, it might be the belt here. Not a big fan of that belt, but other than that, I think this guy looks great. I do recommend him. I'm giving this guy a 10 out of 10. I love his look overall, but yeah, pretty much all I have to say about the new 52 DC Collectibles Batman. Go out and get him if you haven't gotten him yet. He still goes for a decent price on the secondary markets, or you can find him on Big Bad Toy Store or any other, I'm sure, website that sells action figures. But that's pretty much all I have to say about this figure here. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thanks, bye-bye.